Hey, good evening. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of the Cunnilingus Corner. Tonight I have a spectacular, awesome author named KeKe Chanel. I can't wait for y'all to experience her creativity, her imagination. This party is about to start. Go tell your friends. You're welcome to come on in here and experience what goes behind the mind of a beautiful author. Right now, we're about to get this show started. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm about to play one of her favorite songs. You know, I told her I was nervous, but she didn't believe me. But y'all check this out. A little snippet, Adore by Prince. That's one of her favorite authors and artists. Oh, yeah, we getting up in that vibe already. Just a little bit. Just vibe with me a little bit. Yeah. Go get you something to drink. Bring your loved ones. And we finna get into this book. People ask me all the time, why do I have wild titles for some of my live shows? Because I want y'all to experience this book. I want y'all to taste it, digest it. I don't even care if you lick the pages. That's what makes this spot so good. Because you got to do more than just read a book. You got to get in deep in the imagination, the creativity. You got to taste the plot, the action, and everything. But let me cut this out. I'm ready to get this show started. Y'all ain't ready. Hey, I'm telling you, we can have a million times. You know, hey, yeah, that is that song right there. That's Miss KeKe Chanel's song right there. She's a big Prince fan. She always wear purple. Matter of fact, she probably even have on purple lipstick tonight. Tootie, how you doing? You know, everybody know that I don't never touch my phone while I be doing the interview, but I see y'all, so I'm just gonna wave in advance. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta have fun. And I don't like to waste time. So, you know, I'm finna play with my phone and I'm gonna bring on in because while I got y'all on here, it's very important that y'all go ahead and meet her. So I know she's ready, so I'm gonna bring on in. Yeah, y'all just bear with me as I bring my people on in and have some fun. Yeah, we just getting on in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just stay tuned.
Hello,
Hey, Miss KeKe, how you doing, Miss KeKe Chanel?
I'm well. How are you?
All right, all right. You know me trying to be a little small DJ. You know, I didn't want to give him too much, you know.
Listen, you play my favorite song by my favorite artist, and I am stoked about it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I was telling some of my readers earlier that you are the very first book that wasn't a romance novel or urban fiction novel to come on
Wow.
this show. And I am very excited. A lot of people ask me, why did I choose something different for my wild ass title that I be having? And I had
Listen,
to tell
I love that
people,
title. I love the
yeah,
title.
the title is deep. The title is deep. You know what I'm saying? Me and my Alabama slang used to tear that word up. We're pronouncing, hey,
Hey,
I had to
I got
slow it down.
people here. Yes, I got on my purple lipstick. Yes, he said something about purple lipstick. Look, hey, y'all know I gotta have my purple on.
Yeah, and I was telling them that tonight we are going to discuss your book, Silence.
Mhm.
I know. Yeah, and it's a thick read. I told him it was thick. You
Yeah.
know, I said, I don't know how the hell she wrote all them pages, but it
Listen,
was a, it was
it didn't take that long. It only took me 3 months to write this book.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna talk about because I know you got some skills. You're gonna enhance people with their writing and getting them inspired to write. If you don't mind, tell the readers and the viewers a little something about you.
Oh, you froze up a little bit. Oh, you want me to
Oh,
tell the
I did.
people? You want me
I'm
to?
back. I can't be freezing up. That's kind of crazy. I'm talking.
Yeah, you talking, but it's like a delay or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I am author KeKe Chanel. I write paranormal suspense with a twist. When I'm not writing, is into helping them write their books and bring it to publication. I am also a certified life coach, and I just launched my podcast, Kicking It with KeKe, Love Life, and all that other shit. this month, January 6th. So I'm excited about all the stuff that I have going on, and I am excited to be here tonight. Fernando, thank you for having me tonight. Thank you for discussing my book, because you could have chose any other book and you chose this one, honey. So I'm excited about it.
Exactly. I hope I'm not froze right now. We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As we're gonna get into this book, a lot of people, your book was the first book that I read by a Black author, and I didn't even know, and I might be slow, because that wasn't my style. I read a lot of rugged, sex-like books. So when I read your book, I'm like, a suspense novel. And this shit was good. I was like, wow, it was really good. And it took me there. And I was going to ask you a question, because you have a quote that I pulled probably from your website or your book, not too sure as I remember, but it said there's nothing greater than the imagination. You can go anywhere in the world with people you create if you just open your mind. And there are truly unlimited possibilities to where you can go or take someone else. And I just wanted you to break that down for the readers and the viewers.
Listen, my imagination helped me through like a lot of memories as a child. Like when I lost my paternal grandmother, that does something to me. So I would use my imagination to escape reality. My mama said I was weird. So she always found me underneath my bed with a book or my blanket. And as I got older, I would write underneath my bed. So I would use my imagination just to, escape my reality, whatever that looked like. I wasn't bullied as a kid, but I always felt like I was not good enough. So when I tapped into my imagination, I could be anything I wanted to be. I could go anywhere I wanted to go. I could create friends that I wanted to create. So I just feel like the imagination one can take from us. So we need to tap into that as much as possible. So that's what I mean when I say that.
Okay, that sounds good. I think the universe trying to tap into all network services, trying to slow down this interview, but we ain't gonna allow that. I need you to tell them, because I call you like the Stephen King of suspense fiction. I've been calling you that for a while now because I loved your work. Can you tell them what Silence is about, in a little short thing?
That is an honor, because Stephen King is the man, like for real. So I appreciate that. I am humbled by that. I am here to inspire and to entertain people with my words. That is a part of who I am. That is a part of my purpose. So I thank you for that compliment. It's huge. But Silence is a book about this mysterious little town, and something happens to the main character, who is 8 years old. And before she can actually transition to go on to the afterlife, she is stuck there, and she needs to figure out what actually happened to her. Nobody's wanting to tell, because it's a town full of secretive people. And so when she goes and whoever she goes to pay a visit to, it's not nothing pretty. So that's pretty much what Silence is about.
Okay, yeah, we don't want you to give away too much. We don't want you to give away too much.
Right.
One of my question is, how was it for you to write paranormal books, and what is your favorite horror movie or book?
Paranormal is just it comes natural to me, because like again, as a kid, I experienced some supernatural things that should have frightened the hell out of me, but I was not afraid. I guess that the encounters that I had wasn't there to hurt me, in a sense, because we all know about spirits. I do believe that spirits exist. I believe that there are good spirits as well as bad. So I believe that the encounters that I had as a child with those type of supernatural, occurrences, that I gravitated to. And, writing paranormal suspense, that is not all. I started off with like erotica and poetry and things like that. And so I'm like, I was unfulfilled writing those genres. Nothing against anybody who write that, but it's just, it wasn't fulfilling for me as an author. I find that writing paranormal or suspense fiction or psychological thrillers, that's where I thrive. So as far as like a favorite horror movie, I wouldn't really call it a horror movie. It's kind of like a suspense thriller as well. It's called Fallen, and it stars Denzel Washington.
Yeah. You know what? I peeped that in there.
I love Fallen. and it has something. It has a little elements of what goes on in silence. I did take a little bit, you know.
Okay, that's nothing wrong with that. That's nothing wrong. No, that is a good movie.
I love it. I love the movie. I
Yeah,
love.
yeah, I loved it too because those spirits were jumping in that movie. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying? We got one of my friends in Alabama said she loved it too. So
Boo,
and,
yes.
and also I like to thank all my friends and readers that jumping on live tonight. It really means a lot for you to come out and support the show, support the author. And I'm gonna go ahead and run this now. Her book Silence is on Kindle Unlimited. It is free right now if you want to go download it. Kindle Unlimited is running a special for 2 months, so you can get Kindle Unlimited on your phone or the Kindle for free this month. You definitely want to check this book out. So it's on Amazon. It's also on our website. I just want to throw that out, So
Yes.
throw it out early because I need y'all to get into this book if you want something good to read for the month. Okay,
Right.
my other question was, without giving away too much, sometimes spirits can come back. And one of my deep question was, because in your book, the spirit came back and she was causing some hell. And I started thinking about reading the book, what would happen if, just say, the spirit of Emmett Till came back? Would he come back for revenge? Or we try to solve his own mystery? Or we just fuck up some shit?
Man, you know what? That gave me chills because of what happened to Emmett Till.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would probably want to fuck something up because that was just uncalled for what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he had that type of attitude to want to do that to someone. So that's a great question. I love that. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? How do you think he would come back if he was able to come back?
Well, you never know, because if you take the character in your book, a sweet little girl, wore yellow ribbons,
Yes.
and what happened to her, you never know how pissed you might get to see other people living their life and you stuck. So it's hard to say what you will and what you won't do. So it's a little edgy, you know what I'm saying? And you might see the pain of his mom bouncing in through times and realm of space, be like, man, fuck that.
Right.
Shit, they got to get it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
So my other question was, you already answered it. We think kids believe in ghosts. I think maybe parents even believe in ghosts. And I am super crunk for this interview, so I'm gonna skip around with these questions. I am gonna bring in one of the first reader that I asked to read your book and join. Her name is Marsha. She cool as shit.
Okay.
And I think we can get 3 people on at one time. So I hope she's ready. I'm gonna bring her in and let her ask some questions.
We could get 2 other people on too.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
Y'all, please excuse my coughing. I have walking pneumonia and bronchitis right now, so I'm trying to be great. So y'all just excuse me.
Hey,
Hey,
There it
how
is.
you doing?
Marshall, what's up?
Hey,
Meet KeKe Chanel.
say what?
Meet KeKe Chanel.
Hey, KeKe, how you doing?
how are you?
Did KeKe freeze up? The universe, okay, she back. KeKe, say hello again.
Hi.
The universe trying to stop this show.
Yeah.
It's them damn spirits from your book fucking us up. I ain't had this problem any other time.
Right. I so enjoyed your book. I
Thank
read that book in 4 days.
Thank you.
Yeah, when Flanardo told me about it, I was like, yeah, I got to read this. But I have a couple of questions for you that I'm dying to know.
Okay.
First and foremost, why did you name 2 characters Odessa?
Listen, that is a plot twist within a plot twist that you telling away some stuff. You telling away some stuff.
I'm sorry.
No, listen, what you can do is DM me and I'll explain it to you. And it was done intentionally to open up a door for a new entity to show up.
Oh, okay. All right. That
Yeah.
kind of makes sense, but I'm definitely going to DM you about that one. So
Yes, please do.
I will, because I'm totally, it confused me, but I'm like, wait a second, she had to do this for a reason, but I don't know the reason why. And it
is so funny because a lot of people don't catch that. A lot of people have not caught the twist. And you
Really?
did.
Oh,
Yes.
when I first thought, when you first started talking about it, I'm like, is that the same person? But no, one's a guy and one's a female. And I'm like, okay, I got to ask her about that. I talked to Leonardo about it. He's like, you can ask her. He's like, I think she wants you to DM her first. I was like, okay. All right. My next question is, I'm not sure if everybody has read this book or not, but
Right.
I want to know personally, and I'm not trying to give away anything, but
Mhm.
why Miss Odessa bury her alive?
It was not done intentionally, but she realized that she was on a time crunch, and if she didn't get it done within something else happened, she would have been
Oh,
stuck.
she froze.
She
Yeah,
would
it's the weather in Louisiana.
Okay, you said when she gets what?
if she wouldn't have done what she did in the timely manner,
Mm-hmm.
she would have been stuck there. So she did that for Savannah Rose.
Okay.
It makes sense now. Now it makes sense.
It does. It does. Okay.
It was like this child has gone through too much stuff. Let me go ahead and make sure that she is able to go on and rest peacefully. So I need to do this. I know it doesn't look good, but this is why I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay. That makes total sense. Now, why after Savannah Rose went missing for 10 years, why did she come back now for her revenge?
Because it was time for the other thing to take
Right.
place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I thought it was the same time frame, but I was like, I wonder why she came back now if it wasn't her time.
And see, if you do the math, she's 8 when she comes back, but it takes 10 years. So at the end of the book, when the twist happens,
I read
it
that.
makes a little bit more sense with her age.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Odessa Wilcox's body, why did she show up when she did?
It was just everything that was unfolding in the town, and Savannah Rose being there, it threw stuff off of alignment with what was, oath and all of that. And so it just made sense to just stir up some stuff. So that's pretty much how it is. Just stirring up the order of how the town used to run, because the order of things got thrown off.
Right. But I thought that was why Sybil came back.
Yeah, all of them. It was like all of them was aligned at some point. So they were supposed to come back at some point. It's just some of them came before the other ones, and then they just end up, being there at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay. So did you ever think about an alternate ending, or is there a sequel to this book?
Everybody always asks me about a sequel. No, it is not a sequel.
Oh, you're killing me.
But there are some characters that show up in another book that I'm working on.
Okay. So
and I left the ending up for interpretation. I left it up for the reader to decide what they wanted to happen. Okay. I do that with a lot of my books. I'm sorry. That's just who I am as a writer.
The way you ended the book, I was like, please tell me she's got a silence tooth out, because I can't not know what happens after your ending. And I wasn't expecting that ending. So I was like, she's got to have a sequel coming out sometime.
No sequel. But it is some characters that's going to show up in another book of mine called Chatter.
Chatter.
And, yeah.
The last 2 characters that happen at the end of the story, are they in that book?
Maybe.
Oh, you're killing me. I have to read it. When does it come out?
Girl, I don't know. I ain't finished writing it yet. I don't know.
Took you 3 months to write this one, so chop.
You know what? I have a lot of stuff going on. I haven't really been focusing on it, and once I get focused on it, it'll get written. But right now, I have my life coaching business going on, my writing coaching business going, the podcast is going on. Being sick, it's gonna happen. Matter of fact, when it does happen, I promise you a signed copy, free of charge.
Oh my God, I love you. So into books, even with Leonardo's books, I read all 3 of them in 2 weeks, and I think I've read the whole series 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I loved your book, and I can't wait to read the next one.
Thank you so much, Marsha. I appreciate you for reading. I love all of your questions. Questions like that lets me know that you were in the heart and soul of the book.
Oh, yes. And it was confusing at first, but when I started getting into the book, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, shit, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't wait to read your next book.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. One of my friends from Alabama knows where she can get a hard copy at. I don't know if you can get it from the website. I know you can get it from Amazon. So
You can
KeKe, can you let her know?
they have the hardback on Amazon. Well, it's actually a paperback, but I don't have any hard copies, like hardback copies, but you can get the paperback on Amazon as well. Just type in my name and all of the books will come up.
Oh, okay. And the book is called Silence by KeKe Chanel.
Mm-hmm.
And I will actually inbox you, Tootie, the Amazon link as well after the show to make sure you get it. But it is worth the price. You know, I have to say that because some people have thin books, and I'll be like, damn, that shit high as hell on Amazon. But this book, shit like 2 damn Bibles in one, you know. So it's a thick read. But yeah, so Marsha, if you done with your questions, I'm gonna let you chime on. You got one more?
I think I'm done, but one more. Is KeKe Chanel your real name? Or is that your book name?
That is my pen name. Mm-hmm. Well, KeKe is
okay, that's what I thought.
KeKe has been my nickname since I was 3 years old. So,
oh,
and
okay.
it was
very nice meeting
you too. Thank you, Marsha.
Yes. Thank you. I'll talk to you later, Leonardo. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for participating. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
No problem. I love asking your questions.
Yeah. So she said one of the readers said it sounds interesting. So she don't care how it sounds or how much it costs or whatever. So she's ready to get in it. So it's cool. And if there's a reader outside the ones that I asked to participate, I will put my question to the side.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get in with Miss KeKe. I can't take too many, but I will take an extra one or two because I don't want to be selfish and let you slide in. So with that being said, like I was telling people, without giving away too much of the story, you got to read this book because the main thing I pulled out, was like pedophile, molestations, rape. So you had a daughter that was raped and the body was never found or whatever. What would you do as a town? I mean, secrets, it happens all the time in real life, kids being molested and everything, so that was a really deep twist in this book. And I just wanted people to know this is the type of book you want to read because it's a lot of buried secrets in everybody's family. And it gets you a little sense of details like, man, this stuff is really happening in real life. So that part pulls me in. One of my main questions was, do you have readers that reach out to you because they have experienced past trauma or anything, by reading your book?
I have not had a reader reach out to me, but I have come in contact with someone who read the book and was like, you know what, it was hard to read because they experienced it in real life. But we just changed the subject and talked about something else because you could tell that it gets a little heavy at times.
Okay, I got you.
When I started writing Silence, it was during the time where, remember, Find Our Girls was going on, where all of the Black girls just was going missing and stuff like that. And I felt like I needed to share some stuff, but I didn't have anything personally that I could share. So I just channeled that and used it to write the story of Savannah Rose.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead.
I mean, as a creative, I aspire to entertain and entertain people and inspire with my words, but some things are meant to be uncomfortable. And what happens to Savannah Rose is meant to be uncomfortable. And it's something we need to talk about because in our community, in modern day society anyway, that is not talked about enough. It happens every day.
It does.
It's made to feel ashamed about what happens. And it's swept under the rug so much. I'm glad that Savannah Rose came and did the people in this town in.
She had to fuck them up. And people, when I say fuck them up, this is why y'all need the book because the kill scenes is awesome. I'm like, It's like Carrie to the third power. You ever saw the movie Carrie? You know, the lady that had them special power, fuck people up at the prom, you know, set people on fire when they put that pig blood on her. So that's why you gotta read the book, because she fucking them up in the book just like that, you know. And I get excited when I read, you know, that's why y'all in this corner right now. I'm about to pull in my other readers. Y'all gonna laugh at me because I keep telling KeKe Chanel my electronic skills is slacking. I just found out that at the bottom of my live feed, I can pull these people instead of reaching all the way up here. So y'all don't laugh at me too much. I get better every month. I get better every month.
And then
So I'm about to pull in.
as long
Yeah.
as you get better.
Yeah, I'm about to pull in my homegirl that also read the book, and you know she's gonna come in. And once again, to all the viewers that logging in, thank y'all for coming to the show. I'm waving again just in case I don't miss y'all, you know, as y'all logging in. So, you know, I'm thankful for that. So I'm gonna pull in this next reader, and we're gonna have a ball.
I'm ready for it.
Okay, she should be coming in shortly. There she go.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm great. This is some good information. First of all, thank you, Leonardo, for everything, because this is awesome. I have two questions.
Yes, ma'am.
And the first is, what was your inspiration for writing such a grim novel?
I mean, again, like I said, I wrote this during a time where Find Our Girls were going on, where girls was just showing, you know, missing. We didn't really hear about it on the news. It made us uncomfortable. It made us sick to our stomach to know that our girls to them. So when I created the character of Savannah Rose, that was not the intention. Let me just put this out there. Silence was not supposed to be about an 8-year-old girl coming to wreak havoc on the town. Actually, the character Miss Odessa was supposed to be the one who was stealing the kids. She was supposed to be the one coming into the town, taking the kids. Savannah Rose changed all that for me. So that was like just my inspiration of writing about a young little girl who has something tragic happens. It disturbs this town, and it exposes the town. It exposes them because, you know, y'all been dealing with some stuff all this time, and nobody is talking about it.
Right.
So she stirs up some
Right.
stuff.
I mean,
that was my inspiration of creating Savannah Rose.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, I can't say a lot because I don't want to give anything away, but for those who will read this book, it will take you to another place. I will say that. My last question is, why did you allow the little girl Carrie to end?
You know what? Because that being in that state that she was in for so long, it caused damage. If she would have came back, it would have not been the same.
Okay.
So it was almost like a mercy.
Okay, but I do like the way you, shall I say, let her go. Because you know the way where she went. Yes. I don't want to say too much.
I felt like if I'm gonna do this, I might as well make the transition beautiful.
Yeah, and it was. Mm-hmm. It was.
Okay.
It definitely was. Oh, and I will say this: the end, it shocked me, but I loved it. Yeah.
Thank you. No hate mail tonight. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you reading. I can tell that it impacted you in the way that I intended for readers to get impacted by. So I appreciate you taking the time out to read in my book. I am humbled by it. Thank you so much.
No problem at all.
Hey, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. We can't wait till your book come out one day.
Oh, yeah.
So this role can reverse and she can ask you questions.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Y'all take care.
Hey, thank you.
All righty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ended this or what?
Now I'm gonna let you in there. I might cut everybody off. I touch a button.
Well, I'm gonna see.
I might be able to pull us out. I might be able to pull us out. Let me look and find your name.
Okay.
Is anybody in here that has any questions? Anybody else has any questions that they want to ask? While we waiting on Fernando, let's look
I,
at him.
I, I don't know how to pull out, so she might just be
Let me
stuck
see.
online with us.
He may have to just go out of the live and come back.
Yeah, she might just have to go out. I don't think I can pull out. Oh, there she go. Okay, she's going out. Okay. What I want you to do right now is read an excerpt from the book.
Okay. And again, y'all have to excuse my coughing, but I will read one of my favorite scenes. I'm not going to read the whole scene, but I'll give you like a gist of what actually is going to happen.
Okay.
A soft thump caught his attention. It was darker in the backyard than Bobby remembered. The few lights surrounding him flickered, but he didn't think much of it. Sometimes the lights did seem to have a mind of their own on their property. The still of the night soothed Bobby, comforting his weary soul. He sipped his brown liquor, allowing the robust taste to carry all of his troubles away. Bobby closed his eyes and exhaled. Suddenly, the wind began to howl and the stars vanished. Rolling clouds of gray made the sky look as if it was about to reach down and collar him. The forecast hadn't predicted any inclement weather. Then again, summer nights in Milledgeville were unpredictable. What is happening tonight? Bobby said in a murmur. His eyes scanned the night. Dancing shadows caught his attention in the nearby woods surrounding the property. Rubbing his hand down his face, Bobby shook his head. Was he tripping? Drinking alone always made his mind see things that weren't there. Maybe it was time for him to join his brothers inside. Just as he was about to make his way toward the back door of the house, something stopped him dead in his tracks. Bobby wiped his eyes. Clearly, he was more than a few levels past tipsy. Everything around him became calm, silent. Bobby's eyes darted back and forth. Staggering toward the house, he paused to keep his balance. He could feel a presence close in proximity. He wasn't alone. The shadows in the woods continued to dance, mocking him. Bobby nearly stumbled and fell. Light whispers engulfed him, pulling his heart to nearly jump out of his chest. He was unable to move. Although he told his mind to haul ass, his body wasn't listening. He focused his eyes. Couldn't be. There standing, only inches from him, was the little girl he had just been thinking about. I really should stop drinking, Bobby said, laughing at his paranoia. His brothers were trying to scare him. Bart, Blue, Bill, Bull, you sons of bitches must want a good old-fashioned kick in the ass. Stop playing around. I'm in no mood for games tonight, Bobby called out in a long, frustrated slur. He waited until one of them answered and started laughing, but that never came. Instead, walking out of the darkness with eyes that emitted ambers was Savannah Rose. She fixated her attention directly on him and snarling him in her visage. What are you doing here? You're dead. We left you bleeding to death that day. You can't be real, Bobby yelled in a frantic tone. Savannah Rose didn't dignify him with a response. She lifted her arm and flung it to the left, causing Bobby's body to go flying through the air. He landed next to an old pickup truck. He howled in pain. She moved toward him, using the force to break each window. Glass shattered about, some cutting Bobby on his arms, face, and legs. He used his hands to shield his head. His fingers stung from the shards of glass, nicking them. The impact of the breaking glass should have been enough to get his brothers to check on him. Where were they when they needed him? The more he called for help, the more the silence submerged him. No one could hear him. No one would hear him. As if time stood still, Bobby tried to pull himself together. Sluggishly, he stood brushing pieces of glass from his clothing. His hands wore punctures, a gift from the impact, showcasing a small portion of Savannah Rose's rage. The smell of fresh blood filled the air, fueling her need for revenge. Bobby knew he was in a great quandary. Please, don't hurt me, We didn't mean to injure you like that. It should have never happened that way. We were kids, having a little fun. Bart didn't mean to hurt you so badly. He wasn't in his right mind. I had nothing to do with what he did to you. I tried to stop him. Bobby threw his brother under the bus. If it meant him staying alive, so be it. Bart was wrong with what he did to the little girl. They all were, but he didn't want to die. Besides, he was only half kidding when he told Carter to mess with the girl in the first place. Everything else happened so quickly, he had to go along with it. How would it look in front of them if he didn't take the lead? Bobby waved his wounded hands in front of him in surrender. If he had any chance of staying alive, he had to talk his way out of the sticky situation he was in. But what was he talking about? It had become clear to him that the little girl in his presence wasn't human. She was some kind of supernatural entity. He took a few steps back to get closer to the house. If he could manage that, he could get inside without her hurting him. Bobby was still relatively fast. Years of playing sports was definitely in his favor. He could outrun the little girl by any means necessary, unless she could fly, he thought. Savannah Rose tilted her head, stealing Bobby with one foot staggered behind the other. He wasn't slick. She knew he was trying to pull one over on her. He wasn't getting away that easy. He had been alive too long as it was. His time was done. Being the ringleader came with great consequence. Bobby tried to move again, but his body was trapped. He fought hard to free himself from the hold Savannah Rose had on him. He wasn't going out like that, not by a little girl.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. You know, like I was telling people, they won't experience everything until they pick up that book. But if they big into suspense and movie, like I say, Care movie, it's gonna be awesome. I'm telling you, it's an awesome read. And take it from me because I love reading books about people getting their pussy licked and shit. You know, so if I love a book like this, everybody go, I'm telling you, it's a good ass read. You know, and I keep telling people, Marcia's talking about keep reading. Install the Kindle while it's free. All we ask is that you leave an Amazon review. Amazon reviews are important. We're going to talk to that at the end. We're going to talk to that at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, so, you know, and I'm being multitasked because, you know, I don't know how to work shit, but I know how to pull up my computer along with my phone, so I'm inboxing y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? To the websites and everything, you know, to the book. So, and also it's a button down there where y'all can send me a question because what rolls up on screen, I can't catch it. But if you, send me a question, I don't know how you send it, but I can pull it up, you know, and get it for you all. So, you know,
it's a question.
You asked the question, I just inbox you the Amazon link. So, you know, you have it. I think Marcia had another question about Emily. She was a strong, I believe she was 8-year-old, but it was amazing how she took care of her sister. So, Marcia, you're going to have to hit me with that question down there in the box because I don't want to mess up your question. And I still have a lot of questions popping up, but if there's a read on here that would like to talk to Miss KeKe, I tell you, I don't want to be selfish. You can feel free to, you know, chime in, hit me with the question and be like, hey, I need to chime in and I'll pull you in, you know, because I want to be fair to everyone.
All questions. If it's something that's going to give away too much, then I'll inbox you the answer. But yeah, y'all join in.
Yeah. And I tell people, you know, my tax paying dollars actually starting the readathon books. You know, I don't pay a lot, but I pay something. So you read with me, you get paid. So the other two ladies that was on air, I'm paying them tonight. So that's how it works. That's why it's so important to come to the corner, you know, because we getting it in. We getting it in the corner, you know, so that's how it is. And I get excited just by what's the deal with what happened with Emily. Okay, I caught that one.
I mean, it just, you know, Emily was one of those complex characters that had a lot going on. She appeared older than what she actually was. The family dynamics of her family. She just took on a role where she just really shouldn't have. She was trying to be everything for everybody, and she just couldn't control certain situations. So Emily was really based on one of my sisters.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
she was just being, instead of being a little girl, she was trying to be too much.
Yeah, she was. She thought she was bad too in the book. The
Mm-hmm.
last Savannah had to put in her damn place. She was strong though. She
She
was
was.
strong, Danya. She was strong, but
And
you know,
that
she.
goes to show you that you cannot control every situation, and it's
Mhm.
okay when you cannot. Some things you just not.
Okay. What I was gonna say. In the midst of turmoil and abductions and towns and stuff, why do you feel that just say somebody kids is being kidnapped, which they was? Why do you think jealousy arises so much between friends and family when so much stuff is going on?
I mean, I think it's an individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it an intention. If you feel like someone is better than you, that is something that you have to check on yourself so you can feel why do I think that these people are better than me? Why do I feel like I'm jealous? It's enough for everybody to have. Some friendships you outgrow, and it's okay for that. But I think it's just knowing when to let go of certain situations. I'm not a jealous person. I've never been a jealous person, and I thank God for that. But it happens every day. Jealousy.
Okay, I got you.
A lot of people, a lot of sticky situations. So I just say, just ask yourself, if I'm jealous of this person and something transpired, would I be able to live with myself if the outcome isn't the way that I want it to be?
Okay, I'm tracking. And my next question is a good one.
Okay,
I
my
am a
sister and why? My oldest sister, Shamika, and she's always that sister. She always try to take care of me. She always try to, take care of other people. But at the same time, she is a baby. She is a baby, and she likes to be a baby. So, growing up, we spent a lot of time together. She's 3 years older than I, and I was so infatuated with my paternal grandmother. I would just like pretend to be asleep so I didn't have to go home. And she felt like she was alone most of the time because I wasn't there. So I wanted Emily and Carrie to have that bond that we didn't have for a short period of time as kids. And so that was my take on putting my life into that story. So that's how Emily and Carrie's relationship came. Yeah.
okay. I had to wait. Cause Marsha probably dig up some more damn questions. I'm gonna have to wait my time.
Look, Marsha said dead, and she laughing.
Now, this is one of my questions. And I felt the same way when Power came. I like 50 Cent now done stole my shit. I believe because we might not have the resources or the finances, but I ain't say they stole our shit, but it's amazing how the universe be talking. I watch American Gods. And when one of your spirits came back, it reminded me of the American God. I don't know if you ever saw it or not.
I watched the first episode, and that was it.
Yeah, you might have saw the one when that man got pulled in that woman, but I don't know. Okay, but anyway,
I did, yes.
But later on, it is a fertility god that comes through. In American God, I think it's like the second season or something, and it reminded me that all books are great enough to be in movies. And that's why it's so important for readers to leave reviews just as much as we write books, because they help get things out there. It's only as great, like we can publish things and get everything moving, but up to y'all to say, hey, this is a great book. Let me share it with my friend. And in the Black culture, we have a way of trafficking books. And I'm a poet at all the time. I'm going to explain that. When I mean trafficking books, what we do is we loan books out. They ain't paying, but they just loan it. Oh, you got a good book. Just let me loan it. I'm like, damn, I don't get you an autographed book. You loan it over your auntie house, which I don't mind. But you got to leave that review.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's why. So I thought that the other day. I said trafficking books. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop that.
I don't know. As I run into people all the time that have read my books and they say that they enjoy it or whatever, but people don't leave reviews. I don't know. I like to leave reviews, but not everybody is up for leaving reviews. So
Yeah. And that's how this store started. I used to read people books. I have a page on Facebook called Authors and Artist Support. I read a review, take a picture with it. I said, well, I got to do more. So that's how this show came out. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, let me do more for authors. And I'm reaching out to authors as well. You know, and I'm like, hey, come to the show. Let's do this. Let's do that. I think they think something is weird for people to reach out to them. But I love support authors, you know, and that's just the way it is. Maybe after this show, more come around.
Hopefully
And, you know, so we'll see.
so. Great.
Yeah, we going to see. My question for you and the readers. Oh, go ahead. Somebody said something?
Oh, I was saying hello to Pillow Talk.
Oh, Pillow Talk, what's up? They talking nasty tonight, Pillow Talk. That's what that means?
Pillow Talk with the T.
Okay. Yeah, hey, they can stick around. You know. My other question was, when the portal was open, and I hope I ain't saying too much, when the spirits were coming back, there was a scene in there that I'm trying to reword it so I won't give it away. But anyway, they came back and you found out something bad happened to one of your kids. What would you do to the spouse or something? You found out they wrongly did something to your child.
I mean, I would probably be in prison.
Yeah, and I didn't want to give away too much. I didn't want to give away too much. You know what I'm saying?
The Talk said that we always have that spice.
Okay. Hey, wait, we doing writing poetry after the show, so we bring it on over there. We're gonna have fun. Okay. And okay. And also, could you see yourself sacrificing one of your kids if you lived in that town?
No, I would be a bird and fly away.
But what if you couldn't? Because sometimes in the book, they hated to do it, but they had to for the sake of the land.
They could have did something different. I don't know what that different could have been, but I don't believe that being in that town as one of the characters, I would be able to do it.
Okay.
I probably would have gave myself. I'd have probably sacrificed myself before I took one of my kids.
Okay, I understand. Now, you have an organization called Push. Could you tell everyone what that details?
Push is actually the name of my life coaching business.
Mm-hmm.
And the Push stands for Proclaiming Unbreakable Self-Healing. And what I do is I help individuals unpack their mental baggage to change their mindset through practicing positive personal growth.
Okay.
So it's all about personal development, you know, navigating to your next level to be your best self. That's what my life coaching business is all about.
Okay. And my next question is for the upcoming readers and writers. On your website, you have services. Can you explain some of the services for up and coming readers that might be trying to get into write novels or short stories or anything?
Yeah, well, I'm also a writing coach where I coach aspiring authors or even seasoned authors into writing, you know, new books, any type of service. I also write blog posts. I do social media content. I ghostwrite. I have a lot of hats under my company.
Oh, wow. Now, between a busy life and family, how do you find time to write?
I write every day. Whether it's a word, a sentence, a paragraph, or whatever, I have to write every day because it's therapy for me. It's therapeutic for me. I'm a writer at heart, and I write something every day. Even when I'm sick and don't feel good, I still get my notes to my phone, and I write something. And I always feel better after I do it.
Okay, that's what's up. And my other question is, with the knowledge you have now, what advice would you give or tell the younger version of you, whether you're a writer or growing up in life?
I mean, I would just tell my younger self to believe in yourself. I didn't always do that. I mean, your day will come, and be okay with not being for everybody. Not everybody is for you, and you shouldn't want to be. The people that are supposed to be in your life that mean you any good, they will be there regardless of time, space, energy, or whatever. Don't allow anyone to pour into you in a negative way, and stop practicing negative self-talk, because we could get in our ear and we become our worst critic or whatever, and talk ourselves out of doing something that we know that we are purposed in this world to do. So that's what I would tell my younger self. Just believe in yourself to know that you are relevant, you are here, and you belong here. You are more than enough. That's what I would tell young KeKe.
Okay. Now, what can you tell the readers and viewer? What can they find you at? Websites, social media handlers?
I am on Facebook as KeKe Chanel.
Mm-hmm.
I am right here on Instagram as the KeKe Chanel, as well as Twitter. And my website is www.thekekechanel.com. I am putting it on here right now. And if you click the little arrow by your name at the top, it'll bring my name up and they can follow me right here. Oh, I'm on Amazon as well. I am also on Goodreads. Just type in KeKe Chanel and there you go. I'm always on social media. I post all day, every day, because I am building a brand. I just launched this new podcast and I need some followers on my YouTube channel. So if y'all go to YouTube and type in Kicking It with KeKe, I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to that.
And the podcast is awesome. I am a believer because I was on one of her first podcasts, and it have different personalities on there. And I can't remember the topic we discussed. Do you remember, KeKe?
What we talked about? I know you were on and you did poetry.
It was about
for the panel we talked about, can guys and girls be romantically involved without be friends without being romantically involved? Okay,
yes. And it was a great topic. And me with my crazy personality brought my own flavor to the show. It was really great. I had fun.
Advocate, you was trying to stir up some trouble.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I stir up trouble, I'm going to stir up some trouble after our interview.
Thank you for everybody who has followed, who has written reviews. I'm looking at this now. I appreciate you guys. Y'all come on, come join in on the podcast though.
Yeah, you need to join in. Kicking It with KeKe. It's an awesome showcase. She always got great topics.
Yes.
Now,
so that topic was y'all. We talked for a while, and we talked
for a minute. It was really great. It was really great. Tonight has been great with you.
I'm so excited. I have Soul Sisters coming to the podcast soon. Yes, I am so excited about that episode. Yes.
Okay, well, I can't wait. I'm gonna make sure I watch. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not tied up or anything. Do anybody else have any questions? I think y'all being shy, or y'all just want to go buy the book. Maybe y'all reading the book. That's why y'all shy.
Take that. We would take that.
We'll take that. We claiming it. So everything is good, and actually I don't have any more questions. So do you have any questions for me?
I mean, what's next for the show? Like, what's next for you? What's next for writing, and what's going on?
I'm slowly working on my fourth novel. I have my fans get mad at me because everything is here. The whole damn book. My slow ass will never bring it up.
You make people wait too long.
I know I do. I'm sorry as hell. Because and it's so shameful that everybody that have asked me for help over the years, they've written more books than me. And they be like, and I'll be like, man, you know what? I didn't finish my chapter at work today. I didn't finish my chapter. I be writing some wild shit, and I don't want no kind of urban novels anywhere near mine, but I read, and people ask me, they say, how can you read so many urban novels and other people's books? I said, the ideas don't reflect mine because I got a twisted mind,
Exactly.
And, but I am going to finish this novel. I might host maybe a poetry show here and there. I'm so hyped up from doing your interview that I'm finna go live again because I just feel like talking some nastiness at the end of the night to close out the night.
You're coming up on my show in April for
on April, so I'm gonna invite all my friends over there so we can have some fun. Yes. And it's gonna be nice, and I can't wait. So I'm just doing great things, and I can't wait to maybe when COVID, die down and they have some old book expos. That's another question. you're a writer. You need to go to Book Expo. That's how I met KeKe. I met her in Memphis. I was nervous as hell. She told me not to be nervous because it was my first one. And I was shaking because I said, well, because my book title was called A Poetic Horror. I was so nervous to put it out. But she helped me calm down.
It stopped a lot of people in their tracks at your table, though. That name of that book, I was like, wait a minute. Got the book, loved the book, read the rest of the series. You know, I'm a fan.
Oh, thank you. But it's amazing how you can meet people over the years and stay connected. I am so excited. Mm-hmm. I don't have any more questions. I will make sure I post this. You can take this interview, share it on your social handler. For all the ones that tuned in, I really thank you all for kicking it with KeKe tonight on my show, the Cunnilingus Corner.
And thank you again, Fernando, for having me. Thank you for everybody who read the book. Thank you for the questions. I loved it. I enjoyed this interview. I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you again. You be safe and stay well tonight.
I will. Thank you.
All right.